Hey, just in case you're joining me for the very first time, I am your host, Brian Glaze Gibbs. You see that? Later for that. BGG. This is my ministry. This is my story. What I talk about the good, I talk about the bad, I talk about the ugly. I do not candy coat anything. Why? Because in order to be honest with anybody else, you must first attempt to be honest with thyself. Today, what I'm talking about, I get a lot of questions. I get a lot of DMs. I get a lot of things in my YouTube chat room. And one of the questions I get, like to me, is about this man right here. Okay? This man right here. His name is Calvin McLeod, aka Allah Justice. We grew up together since we was like 5, 6 years old. We're like family. But a lot of times people want to ask me, and I'm saying, yo, listen, if that's your family or y'all grew up like that together, what happened? What went wrong? Why did Allah Justice wanted to push my brother Kool-Aid way back and rob him? Why did he want to kill and rob your brother? And that's a good question because we grew up together. Sit back and look at it. That's him right here. That's my brother Kool-Aid. Okay, if you look at it, that's him. Clean cut guy, wear a lot of jewelry back then. He was out there. Okay, so help me out. Help me understand. Like what changed between kids loving each other to kids wanting to kill one another when they grow up? And to me, the story go deeper than the original surface. A lot of times, sometimes we block things that we don't remember and we block it and bury it in our subconscious. But the answer is there. To me, it's like right now is this man plotted to kill and rob my brother. Okay? And people went to him. People used to talk to him. People used to say, yo, Just, ain't you and Glaze, y'all cool. He said, yo, man, Glaze is my brother. I love him. But his brother's a chump. His brother's a punk. I don't care nothing about him. But to me is, how in the heck you gonna rob and kill my brother, but yet and still you love and care about me? That don't add up. And see, a lot of times people don't understand, it go deeper than the original surface. And even right now is, despite New York is so small, but yet it's so big. And I was incarcerated at the time. And this happened to be between 1986 and 1987. I was incarcerated fighting a murder charge. And during that period of time that I was in, 13 months and 17 days, one time, Justice, he went to the Cypress headquarters. And he went there with the intention of robbing and killing my brother. Okay? So, just so happened when he got there, Cool was going out, was one of his boys, and they was leaving Cypress. They wasn't around there. They used to come around there every now and then. So as they was leaving, Just spotted him. So Just, like, right now was, oh, bam, felt that was his opportunity. So the difference is he ran into him. He said, yo, cool, let me talk to you or whatever. So they went back upstairs to my apartment 4B, my headquarters. They went back upstairs for a conversation. And as soon as they opened the door, got in, you know what? Cool man, pull out a 4-5, click, click. And automatically Just got all panicking. Yo, what's going on? Don't shoot me, or whatever. So the difference was, okay, everybody gonna protect themselves, especially in New York City. I don't care who you are, what you are, despite we was once cool and despite they wasn't cool no more, but they also kept their guards up. And that's what Cool was doing at the present time. Because right now where it's like, as I sit back and think about it, and the problem came in and what deteriorate Just and Cool relationship is prior to that, a few years before that, when most of us was in beef with the A-Team. We was at war with the A-Team. The A-Team is mostly consists of 5% of them. So it's a loyalty between Allah Justice and the A-Team because they are 5% of them. So just so happened, what it was is Just had basically, I don't know whether he sold some gun to Cool or he gave Cool some gun. And right now was on the strength. And what wound up happening, for some reason, once we, me, brokered the deal and became cool and became like real, like like strong with the A-Team, it somehow came out from Cool. that we had got some guns from Allah Justice. So with that being said, that kind of put Allah Justice in a bad position with the 5%ers, you know? Because once again, you're supposed to be God. So how the heck you giving or selling guns to the enemies? You know what I'm saying? How the heck are you selling guns to the 95%ers? That's a major, major no-no. And so to the degree, and I can't blame Just, he took that personal. Because once again, like you sit back and think about it, whatever I do or whatever we do, that's be between us. If I decided I want to help y'all guys out and I want to sell or give you some gun, cool, that's between us. Nobody else should have anything to do with it. So that's what wound up happening. Just took it personal, and which he should have. You know, he felt betrayed. We grew up together. We was like family. And right now, you put me in a bind with these guys. Said these guys wanted to kill me because of the information that you gave them, that I gave you some guns, basically knowing that you might use it against them. So that didn't set well with Just. So that day when he came to the apartment and Cool Man pulled out the 45, he had every intention of pushing Cool way back, robbing him and killing him, despite them saying the love and respect for you have for me. And see, you know, when you sit back and you look at it, how in the heck people know play by play what took place? Because guess what? Everybody had the tendency of what? Running their mouth, having diarrhea at the mouth. And that's what happened. Here it is right now. It's like I told you, Cool Man had that 45 cocked and just got your old snap. He didn't expect that. So he didn't get a chance to put his mood in effect. Just as a professional stick-up kid, he done stuck up plenty of people before. Now he got Cool, or he thought he had him, until his man had that 45. And Just didn't know at the time, guess what? The 45 didn't have no clip. But what happened was, after that, Just left. When Just left, he happened to run into this individual. This individual right here, name is Quarterfield. If y'all do your homework on Quarterfield, Quarterfield was a dangerous individual, okay? He didn't take no short, put in work or whatever. I'm talking about, we's a bunch of young, sick individual at the time. So when Just ran into Quarterfield, he told him, yeah, man, almost had that guy Cool. You know, right now is almost had him. I was gonna rob and kill him. So basically right now, Quarterfield, you know what I'm saying, asked him, yo, Just, okay? He said, yo, Just, ain't Glaze your man? You know what I'm saying? Just word was, yeah, that's my man. But, you know what I'm saying, his brother's a punk. You know what I'm saying? Later for that, I was gonna kill him and rob him for everything. So, folks, when you sit back and you look at it, man, like, look at the mentality back then, okay? What could have been done to squash that beef? Why did it have to go that far, okay? Why did us kids that grew up together, you know, went against each other? What could we have done differently? How could we resolve that problem? You know, it didn't have to come down to that. You know, when you grow up with somebody and somebody's supposed to be your friend, or somebody's supposed to be your loved one, somebody that you care about, it got to be other ways that you can work out differences. You know what? I wish I could turn back the hands of time. It's a lot of things I wouldn't have done. Like, for example, is to me, I got into a lot of situations, not because of me, because I call myself looking out for other people. I call myself intervening, trying to step or trying to prevent situation from happening. Even like I told you right now, Allah Justice was my man. I loved him. But the difference is, when you talk about plotting to kill my mother's son, come on, how the heck you expect me to feel? What I'm supposed to feel? When your man K-Sean killed Wood, come on, how am I supposed to feel? A lot of times you're right, we become our own worst enemy, and a lot of that stuff can be avoided. But no, we wasn't thinking back then. We was lost, misdirected, misguided kids. Knuckleheads, fools, test dummy. You know what? We didn't have the ability and the strength to say, later for that. I can do all things through Christ who strengthened me. Later for that. I'm not going to be a statistic. Later for that. I'm not going to be another test dummy. Later for that. I'm not going to jail. Later for that. I'm not spending the rest of my life in jail. Later for that. I am somebody. I am a positive, law-abiding black man. Later for that, I'm going to stop the nonsense. I'm going to stop the black on black crime. I'm going to stop the foolish behavior. Later for that. And that's what we have to do. That's what we have to teach the younger generation. Later for the negative and nonsense. Later for the nonsense. Later for the backward behavior. Later for that. We are better than that. And once again, like I said right now, guess what, folks? If I offended anybody in the past, I apologize. You know, I know it was a bit too late, but I apologize. I was once the problem. Now what I'm seeking to do, I'm trying to be part of the solution. I'm trying to use my life experience to get anyone that's out there listening to stop making that multi-billion-dollar prison system their home. Stop enslaving ourselves. Free our body, free our mind, free our spirit. Leave all the negativity behind. To me, I am Brian Glaze Gibbs. This is my story. This is my ministry. Order your signed copy of the Beyond Lucky book, the Brian Glaze Gibbs story, a true story of change and redemption. If I, the one they call Brian Glaze Gibbs, can change, anybody can change. If I could have thought and put myself in a better predicament and situation back then, a lot of things could have been prevented. You know, if I could have just took Allah justice and took my brother and brought them together, come on, man. We're better than that. What do we need to do to squash this nonsense? Guess what? If that would have happened, we all probably would have been in a better predicament than we are today. Listen, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. Keep in mind, crime doesn't pay. And once again, folks, you do not have to kill your friend. You do not have to do or cause bodily harm to your friends, rob or steal from them. If they're your friend, you're supposed to be able to go to them and talk to them about any and everything. Guess what? Either I'm going to help you or I'm not. Either I'm going to add value or take value away. But we do not have to kill them. Even though if me and you have a disagreement, guess what? The world is big enough. You can go to North Dakota. I can go to Kentucky. I can go wherever I can go. You can go to Florida. I can go to the moon. We do not have to kill one another. Guess what? This world is big enough that, you know what? We can have our differences and still learn how to coexist. Once again, hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you.